I am continuing along the path right outside my back porch. And again, you don't see many daylilies blooming yet, but the species daylilies, they usually bloom around the 14th of June, and they're probably going to be right on time. I don't think I have one blooming yet. That's what I started out with. And from there, I have a friend who we traded daylilies back and forth for many, many years. My friend was very generous with me. And one of the things about daylilies is when you buy them on from a mail order place, you usually get some free as a gift. There's a little red fountain that doesn't make a whole lot of noise, but it's very soothing, and once in a while the hummingbirds go to it to drink. There's a large azalea bush here that gray catbirds have a nest in. They love to sing and take baths, and they might already even have babies. Here are two Rockin' Deep Purple salvia plants in pots. I might take one of them and plant it in the ground and just have one here this year. I have another pot of the celotias. They don't have any nectar, but they're just beautiful, and I really love them. And here you can see some buds on the daylilies that are coming, the scapes. The tall part of before you get to the buds is called a scape. That's S-C-A-P-E. And then you have buds, and you get multiple buds on each scape. So each day you have a flower that comes out and blooms from a bud, and then that's it. It's only beauty for one day, and then the next day another bud opens. So you have a succession of flowers each day, and you never know what you're going to see. There's some hostas here. There's a flowering maple plant. This one is called Lucky Lantern Tangerine. Hummingbirds also like that. Here I have some flowering tobacco with that same trailing plant, the light green. I forget the name of it. That comes back. I dug out this area right here and planted some dahlia, tall dahlia plants. The foliage hasn't come up yet because I only did that last week. Just something different. They bloom late in the season. This is the Roman red salvia, beautiful red. It's just starting to bloom. Here there are a lot of the species Fulva daylilies that will soon be blooming. So this area is going to be all orange. Flowers are going to be all orange. You'll see foxglove in there. And the stakes that I have in the ground, a lot of them are for the birds. Not necessarily this year that there's going to be a plant growing beside it, but birds love to sit on stakes. Also have the blue little cup there that has grape jelly in it, and that is for the birds also. Catbirds like grape jelly, Baltimore Orioles, a number of birds like grape jelly. Here I have a mandevilla hanging plant. Never had one before. I never grew a mandevilla before. The woman at the nursery said, the man and wife who own it not far from here, Lewisberry Gardens, told me that this is the easiest to care for hanging basket that you could get, a trailing mandevilla. So I bought one for my friend, one for myself, and another one for a different friend. I always like the Calabrechia, so that's the only one I have this year right there in the trough. In here I have 3 different salvia plants. I think one is purple and bloom, another one is black and blue, and another one is rockin' deep fuchsia, or rockin' fuchsia I should say. And the little plants in front of it, they'll probably fade away because the salvias are going to get really large. And that's okay because I got those really cheap, like 4 for $1 at a nursery. I just planted those for color in the meantime before the salvias get really large. There's bachelor buttons, calendula, and snapdragons. I'm going to turn this off before I go up the hill.